Hey y'all,
Hey,
I'm Shakora,
and I'm Ebony.
and welcome to the Unapologetically Us podcast, where we talk about life, mental health, fitness, finances, and everything in between. Thank y'all. We're back. Welcome back. welcome back. Welcome back.
I was about to say, I know good and well you ain't switch this song up. You can switch it up at 50, but not at 47, 8, 9, whatever we at.
I'm not going to switch it up, but let me tell you, because my husband say, oh, I hate when you do that. I said, who he think he is? He talking about, you just sound fake. I said, that's my singing voice.
Dang, don't do my girl like
He
that.
low down. He is low down.
Not you sound fake. It be your own people.
Be your own people. I tell you, baby, they say get married.
It be your own husband.
You know that person first, because they gonna tell you you fake once you're married. Oh, that's low down. That is low down.
That's trash. That's trash. That's trash.
He gonna get me for telling y'all that, but that's okay. That's okay.
Oh, well.
He be all right.
Facts. So what's been up, ma'am? Child, listen, what's been going on?
Well, child, listen. I will talk about today self-care. Mm-hmm. It is September, and it is Self-Care Awareness Month. And y'all know. I'm a self-care girl. So I'm going to be this month encouraging, of course, everybody, making sure that I'm intentional myself about incorporating self-care into my daily routine. Self-care is going to be pinpointed a lot this month for the month of September. But of course, I encourage everybody every day to incorporate self-care into their day, right? Self-care doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It can be as little as taking a moment to say, whew, let me decompress. Let me ground myself, come back to this moment. But we got to make sure that we're incorporating self-care. So I want to tell y'all that self-care is very critical to our day, right? What we cannot do is we can't pour into other people and we're not full ourselves, right? How can I pour from something that's empty? So I encourage y'all to do self-care daily into the daily routine. And also, as a form of self-care, I'm going to plug my sister real quick. I brought her book. Okay? My sister, Jashonda Atkins, who is a therapist like me. She's a PLPC. And she created a journal. It's called Forever in My Heart, a journal of love and loss. So it's a grief journal, y'all. It's a guided grief journal. And it is awesome. So I encourage anyone who we can also plug that and say, loop that back around to the self-care. Because if we're not healing and working on ourselves and doing the things that we need to do to become the best version of ourselves, we're nothing, right? So y'all can find her journal on YouTube. We will try to put the link below. That's it. How you doing?
Okay, Shonda with the journal. So you already know what I'm about to say.
What?
What you say on this podcast?
Oh, I forgot. Just when I thought I was getting away with it. Okay, y'all. The journal did not get done. It did not. Being the person that I am, I just couldn't put out trash, and I'm not ready to put out what I really want to put out. So yeah, I told you I was gonna let you know by the 20th.
She said, I'm doing it.
I still am, but I knew that come August 31st, what I had brainstormed, I felt myself saying, okay, well, I'm just not do that. Okay, well, I'm just not do that. Okay, well, if I just do it like this, well, I'm going to just put this out. And then I'm going to come with the one I really want. And I'm like, no, I would rather give myself more time to put together what I actually really want. So, coming soon.
We ain't going to put no time.
We ain't going to put no time.
We ain't going to put no public time frame.
It's so much
I'm gonna
pressure.
put a time frame on her.
It's so much pressure.
Because you probably overthinking this.
I am.
But we'll go into that a little later in the episode.
Okay.
But for me, I ain't got nothing going on. I am just working and just figuring out the next phase of my life, whatever that looks like. I hope it look like how I want it to look like, but that's it. I ain't got nothing going on. Nothing. So they can take us into what we need to talk about, because it's probably going into why I ain't got nothing going on. So y'all know me and Shakora are both. Shakora's a full-time entrepreneur. I'm entrepreneur-ish.
Not the ish.
I'm part-time.
I'm weak.
And Shakora was going off on this conversation that she was having, and I was like, girl, let's make this a topic. So, we probably have people who have businesses that watch this or whatever, or hobbies that are their business, whatever. And as Shakora was explaining her entrepreneur journey, and I'm like, yeah, mine's different from that. I'm like, let's talk about that, because people think about entrepreneurs in the sense of like, yeah, you hear the good, you hear the bad. Some people roads are easy, some people roads or seem easy. Some people roads seem a little harder, and sometimes they do make you question the path that you're on, because it's not as easy as everybody else. So, I guess I can let you tell about like your leap. I mean, we know part of your leap of not going was like, you liked the full-time place you was at, but your transition wasn't bad because the plethora of clients was there. So that transition wasn't hard like some people would think it would be.
Right, absolutely. So in that conversation, it's so crazy how we can just come up with different topics. We stuck on topics, and then we could just, in regular talk, come up with a topic. But Ebony was telling y'all my thoughts, so I kind of just was spilling. I could just go. And I was talking with another therapist, and some fears of therapists are taking that leap in starting their own private practice. Now, everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is like golden. Most people do want to do that. And I was saying how for me, of course, y'all know I've said on here before that it was hard for me to actually take that leap, and I just had to do it while scared. So y'all hear me say that all the time, taking the leap and doing it scared. But when I was able to be pushed, then some of those fears were, there may not be clients available, or am I going to be able to accept those clients? Should I take insurance? Should I just do private pay? What population should I serve? Those different things. But that one key is that top fear is if the clients are going to come. I'm going to get this office space. I'm going to quit my 9 to 5, or I'm going to do it part-time, whatever the case. But for me, it was full-time entrepreneur. So I'm going to get this office space. I'm going to furnish it. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to feel comfortable. I'm going to love it here. But am I going to have the clients? Because the clients is what's going to keep me afloat, right? The clients is how I make my money. I can't have nothing without sitting in front of a client. So I was telling Ebony that for me, that wasn't my experience. And I was beginning to identify why that may not have been my experience. And I would say it wasn't my experience. One, because I kind of set myself up, right? So when you think about and very unintentionally, but just doing the things that I know that I needed to do, making sure that I'm getting the experience that I need, making sure that I'm being mentored by the people that I need to be mentored by, taking knowledge that people just voluntarily giving you, doing those things. So that making sure that I'm putting myself in the right positions, but then also the people around me. Man, like the people around me, when I knew that God was pushing me to do private practice, to say, this is for you, was when that fear came up, imposter syndrome set in. You can't do this. You won't get the clients. You can't do, where you then begin to self-sabotage, right? This not going to be, you got to stay at this job. Work for them for a little while longer. And then the clients kept coming. I kept getting so many calls. So-and-so referred me to you. So-and-so from Arletta Lake reached out and told me to give you a call. Mrs. So-and-so, Dr. This. And I'm like, oh my God. And I think I remember telling you at once upon a time, like, or at that point, like, I'm getting so many referrals. And that's when I knew. I'm like, of course, already doing private practice part-time, right? So I was already seeing clients in the afternoons. But to know that, people asking me for 11 o'clock appointments, throughout the day appointments when I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, and they just started coming. And I 100% think that it was just because of the people around me, the people that I graduated with, some people that I may have helped in a different setting, or some person that didn't even know me, but my personality at the time was beneficial or helpful for them, and they was like, oh, I know this therapist. And yeah, so the walks of entrepreneurship look so different for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I told Shakur, let's talk about this, because I think I've said in the past couple of episodes that I'm in a career transition. And I had recently applied for a job, didn't get the job. But as I was looking at what was available for me, I was like, how can I put this? What I see myself doing don't exist, if I can say that. Or the transition doesn't look, what I thought the transition could look like don't look like that. Mm-hmm. And so I'm kind of in the point of like, okay, well, what does this next move look like? I always knew whatever my next move was, it was going to be a temporary thing. The job that I applied for, I knew it was going to be a temporary thing. It was just something that was just going to get me back to the side of accounting that I wanted to be in. I wanted to get out of auditing. And so the pull of like, well, if you want to, I had been saying I want to expand, but I don't have an office space. And I was like, ooh, you might need to look into getting an office space. With tax season coming up and you hitting the ground running this year, you're not going to let fear hold you back this year. You need to, and you trust in yourself because you knew you was right in how you was feeling about some stuff. We ain't going to go on to that though. But I was right. Mm-hmm. That, I don't know. I may need to look into that. And as much as I can't stay in that place, how can I put this? Flexibility of that place kind of makes room for that. But I kind of saw another little avenue, so I'm kind of playing with that too. But just thinking about, okay, if you do the office space, what does this look like? How does the expansion go? Of course, you're thinking about what can you afford and things of that nature, on top of not just to rent the place, but you got to have your Wi-Fi in there and you got to have your lights on and all that good stuff. So thinking about, and deposits, and you probably gonna be by yourself. So that means there's 2 freaking sets of rent by yourself or whatever. But yeah, what does that look like? And then when Shakur was like, yeah, the person was like, oh, clients, that's me. Like, I'm thinking about expansion, but I'm like, ooh, but I need clients, though. I need people that's going to, and not just come, therapy and accounting is a little different. Therapy, you can see that person once a month, every 2 weeks, maybe every week. But with accounting, I guess cost-wise, you may get a lot of consultations, you may get a lot of inquiries, but that don't mean them people gonna stay. Because most people feel like they can do it themselves. And And for some cases that they do. But it's like, you'll only come, but then it's like once you hit that wall, you done bumped your head 5,000 times. Now you want to come, and then depending on where I'm at, my price might went up, you know. So that's the thing for me. I get people tagging me and stuff. I get people saying, "Oh, I need you, I need you, I need you, I need you, I need you." But then when it's time to sit down and talk, it's like, okay, all right, let me drive your contract up. Let me get this going, get this to you. And I got contracts out that ain't got back to me because people ain't signed them. So I'm like, okay, I know I want to expand, or I feel the need to expand. If I do the office space, that's that leap. That's like...
And that leap is scary.
That leap. Because you tying yourself to... however many months of their lease.
I love it. Look, I'm sitting here talking, and y'all, and she gonna be able to see this when she watched this video back.
I was looking at her, and she like this.
I'm over here like, oh my God, do it. Like, I'm about to get teary-eyed. Okay, see how anywho. It's so crazy because I understand what she means. Like, I was there, a year ago, where I'm like, you get this feeling like, I know what I should be doing. I know what I deserve. This feels comfortable, but comfortable doesn't always mean safe. And do I have to deal with this person, that person, being not valued just to feel comfortable? And you got to take that moment to say, you know what? That leap. I could feel that I need to make the leap. Fear is going to stop me. But before I know it, because I'm connected with God, he going to say, all right, child. You know, and how I visually see that is like when I told y'all my son was in swim lessons, right? And when he was scared, when fear was upon him, I just want to go up and just push him because I know that he can do it. But he was scared to take the leap, and or somebody had to, reach out, so he felt safe, he felt comfortable, and I just want to go up and just push him. And then they actually did a exercise later where it was because they were teaching them how to swim, but they also was teaching them how to save themselves if they're so there was an exercise that they did during the lessons where the other kid, they instruct the other kid to push them in. And the thing was, the most exciting, the most smiling and happiness he was when somebody else was pushing him in. Because I don't have to rely on my own understanding. I don't have to decide, oh, should I jump? Should I jump? Somebody just gonna push me. And I'm gonna act like, oh no, don't push me. Don't push me. But I'm really excited that I'm about to get pushed. And that's what I think you are. That's what I think you are right now. You like, I know what I need to do. I'm comfortable. I just need to be pushed.
Let me correct you though.
I don't need to be pushed.
Because I'm not comfortable.
I know you're not comfortable, but you feel safe.
I don't even feel safe.
Not no more?
No. Let me tell you, we've had talks about this, and like I told my mom, I said, well, I can say stuff because I know they don't watch it. I probably said it here. I'm miserable at that place.
I know that you're miserable.
But it's not, and truth be told, if I could, my thing is supplementing the income that's going to go.
Right, that's what I mean.
I will walk out that place within a heartbeat.
Right.
If I knew that I had the income to supplement, they would give my resignation tomorrow.
I know. That's where I'm talking about.
And my resignation will not say with deepest regret. My resignation will say, please accept this resignation. Effective immediately. Whatever day. No, I'm going to give you 2 weeks because you never burn. But I'm going to take a week of vacation too. Okay. True. But you never, because you never burn the bridge. You never know you may have to go back. But I pray. Like I told my friend, I said, one thing about it. You do what you got to do. You ain't got to go back.
Absolutely.
I look at it like staying with my sister. I said, I love staying with my sister. My sister was, and still is, a blessing. Yeah. But with the cost of rent, I'm doing what I gotta do, so I ain't got to go back.
Absolutely. But that's what I mean with that when I say feeling safe. And whether that's safe financially or not. And in this case, I think it is a financial safety.
Hell yeah, that's a good portion of my money.
Absolutely, which is why for most entrepreneurs, that's where the fear is. That's why I had to be pushed, because I said, oh no, I like this amount of money coming to my bank account every 2 weeks and I know it's going to be there. See, in private practice, when you're an entrepreneur, you have to do what needs to be done. Because guess what? And we talked about this the last episode, is that we want to be entrepreneurs, but I still got to do work. And then more work. I'm working more than 9 to 5 in my own business, but it feels different because it's for me.
Hell yeah.
But if I don't do the back work, if I'm not billing my clients, I'm not going to get a check on this day. Or if I don't submit this to insurance or submit this to the client, you need to do this, you need to do that, then I don't get paid. So that's security. You know, when we say, oh, the clients won't come, we really mean the money. We really mean that income won't come. So that's where that security was, where it was financial security, that I know I can go here. I got to deal with her and her mouth. I got to deal with her worrying about when I got to take this and do this and what time I'm leaving and if I'm coming back. And I got to deal with all of that. You having an attitude because my baby got to go to the doctor. I can just go on and on about what people would do in their businesses. But I'll deal with that just to make sure that check there every 2 weeks.
Yep.
And that's the fear. Because people, when you going into private practice, and it was mine too, you're not getting that every 2 weeks or bi-weekly or whatever the case may be, check like you would if you go work someone else. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh, Lord, do I need to go get another little job or something? And then I think about it, and God say, for what? Every time I let that little thought sneak in, oh, maybe I can go do here, or maybe I can go just get a job and work there on the weekend, but you don't want to work on the weekends. Or maybe I could just work there and do this so then I can get something steady coming in, and then God could be like, for what? You have what you need. The tools that you need is in front of you. Oh, you're going to go to somebody else's business, place of business, and run a group when you can run it in your own practice?
And be mad because you under somebody else's stuff.
And be mad.
And the crazy part about it is my leap right now is not even full-time. My leap, I'm saying I need an office space to expand part-time to take off full-time. And I'm over here like, oh, because I got an invoice now that's not paid since July. Oh, and God. I'm like, see, this is why I don't know.
It's hard out here. It's hard out here in these streets.
This is why I don't know, or whatever. Like, yeah. Like as far as like the leaving my job full time. If I knew right now I was bringing in, or I got a waiting list of people that's just waiting for me to just sign my portion of the contract, and I know they'll take up the money that I'm missing over. I'll be missing my full-time job. I promise y'all I'll leave them tomorrow.
I know.
But I'm like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you got the little market adjustment increase. I'm bringing home more than I've ever brought home ever in my life. I mean, still not. Don't get it twisted. I ain't out here just balling. Cause I ain't working all these damn jobs for nothing. But I'm like, what they paying? I'm like, dang, that's kind of good. But I still would leave, cause even with the job that I had applied for, it was technically a demotion, but I could have kept my pay. Mm-hmm. So I was like, so this tell you how bad I'm ready to leave that place. I would take that demotion for the same pay, or whatever. But and then even with that, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, they hybrid. I can be home 3 days a week. Or, I can go look for this office space and be there for 3 days out the week while I go there for 2 days. So it's not like I'm just, whatever. But then when it didn't work, I'm like, well, God, maybe not. And then, but I be feeling like he telling me like, no, that's not. I mean, I just didn't have that for you, but that's not. I'm not saying like, well, no, this is not me tugging. No, this is me tugging. To the point that I was like, yeah, I think I might have to hit a little fast real quick to see what's going, like to just really see what's going on. Mm-hmm. That's why when you was like, we drinking wine, it's part of the podcast, but when you was like, Dad's cooking later, I was like, he gonna be mad because I'm not drinking.
soon as you come to that house, he be like, every time you come here, you not drinking.
I'm not drinking. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to let something go. And I know I had been drinking a lot lately, so I'm like, let me go on, kind of let that go real quick. But I'm like, I need to really see, because my thing is my desires, or is it you really tugging at me?
Mm-hmm. And that's the hard thing to decide, and it's very hard. But what I do know is, when connected to God, you being connected will help you determine if it's of him or not, right? Mm-hmm. And of course, you stay connected. Sometimes when you gotta step a little bit closer, like, hey, God, is this you? Because sometimes all the time, because he's gonna give us the desires of our heart. Mm-hmm. But he didn't say it was gonna be easy, and he didn't say he was gonna give it to us on our time.
And that's the thing that I feel be my tug sometimes. I'm not supposed to have my hands up. Is people, and it's like, it's crazy because you preach it, but then when you on the side of it, you be like,
uh-oh, what I do?
But you automatically assume a smooth flow or a smooth transition of something that is of God, versus the one you gotta kind of tug through the thing a little bit, or you gotta bump your head a little while you walking through this door thinking, all right, this it, and God like, no. Mm-hmm. This is just door number one. You still got two doors to go through. Yeah. And you be like, bro, and then you looking at people and you like, dang, they just walked right into that. Or whatever, like, I woke up one day and blah, 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 whatever. Like, it took us a year to hit damn near 90 subscribers. And you listen to people with podcasts and they like, yeah, we 6 months in and we got 25,000 subscribers. And we like, damn.
What we doing wrong?
We didn't want to do this. Like,
you pushed us.
You pushed us into this.
You pushed us to this.
So I'm like, dang, like, it is. You do have to be connected, because you can feel like, damn, this is not okay. This don't seem like this is easy, like it is for some people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that for you, I'm gonna tell you what I feel. Look, I ain't waiting until we get off camera, but I think
cut the cameras. Mike died. The battery dead yet? Shit.
I think that Ebony has everything that she needs to go. Yes, everything that she needs to move to where she is supposed to be. But she's scared. Now, we hold each other accountable. We friends. We typically would do this off camera, but hey, we're here. She has what she needs. You have what you need. I only can tell you this because I know. I stepped out into entrepreneurship full time at the most difficult time. I had just got married.
But you had all the signs though, because even I told you, I was like, Shakur.
Oh, I know. And not just you, but everybody around me. I had all the signs, and that's how I know that I was being pushed. But that's what I'm telling you, you do too. Or whatever. Right now, you feel like, oh, I can't, because you're literally telling me that if I could leave and still keep my same amount of money, then I will leave today. I will send you a notice on Labor Day when I'm off, and I'll tell y'all that I'm not coming.
School board person. Dear all, I quit. Warm regards, Ebony Green.
So you're telling me the only reason why we're not stepping out is because of finances, and this may be what God is saying. Look, you have to trust me. You gotta trust me.
Ooh, baby.
And now that's and I'm gonna tell you, because I've been there. I was like, baby, I don't know. You think he like, go? There's like, you go get your building. Yeah, full time. Yeah, you could leave there. And I'm like, but babe, we got this, that. And he like, okay, we're gonna be fine. And I'm like, ooh. And he like, okay, well, how long we gonna go through this? Because you've been dwelling, harping. This is making you angry. This is making you upset. You waking up upset. You waking up angry. You waking up frustrated. How long are you gonna let this job, because you want they check, consume you? I said, oh, did God tell me that? or whatnot. And so it was financially my safety net. And for her, y'all, financially, she gotta stay. She been like that. She gotta be secure financially. She'll cut off a lot of things to be secure financially, and a lot of us will. I'm not saying that that's not a good thing to do, but when God is pushing you, He only gonna push you for a certain amount of time before He say, "Okay, I done pushed, daughter, and you ain't moving." So, do I just gotta take the job from you in order for you to move?
Oh, he ain't gotta take the job from me, because the thing, like I said, I just feel like there's some differences. I'm not saying it's not the same, because there are some similarities, but I also feel like there are some differences too.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Do I feel like I have everything that I need? I feel like no, but I feel like whatever's not there, it's not gonna be hard for me to figure that part out. Mm-hmm. But as far as just like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Y'all stay tuned.
Exactly. I think that we don't know that we're equipped for a job until we get there. One thing that I'm 100% strong believer in is that we're going to succeed, or we're going to work. We're going to do whatever we need to do when we're in the position, right? My example is I was in college when I got pregnant. Did I want to be pregnant? No. I was like, this is not life. No, absolutely not, right? And I was like, oh, I can't do this. This can't happen. I can't go back to school. I'm not going to be a good mom. I'm too young. Well, I was, 20? I'm like, no, I can't do that. And then in the situation, I did everything I had to do.
Facts.
So if I had to look, if I would have had the situation in reverse where I could look back at myself and say, girl, you could make it. Because in that moment, I was like, no, I can't do it. It won't happen. It can't happen. Same with the private practice. Fast forwarding now, I can't do that. I never had not one desire to ever have my own business, ever. Like I always said, once, of course, because I started out wanting to be a nurse, right? So, of course, I'm going to work in the hospital. And then once I figured out that nursing wasn't for me and blood make my knees weak, then I switched to being a therapist, but I still had that desire. I'm going to work at a hospital. Like, I'm going to be a therapist in the hospital. I'm going to be in a hospital setting, and that was what I wanted. I had no desires to ever want to be in any have my own business whatsoever. And God said, okay, yeah, sure. Just keep listening. Just keep living, right? Mm-hmm. And even once I got into the master's program and I was moving forward, I still did not want my own practice. Mm-hmm. I did not until I start what I was just saying earlier, meeting people, putting myself in different places, realizing what I was capable of. And then I started seeing the desires of my heart and the plan that He had for me before I even knew that there was a plan, right? Mm-hmm. So it is tough, and I'll be like, oh no, I can't do that. Ooh, that looked too hard. I can't do that. But look at me. Now, granted, not for one moment am I telling you that it was easy or that it is easy. Not for one moment. But I'm also telling you in one moment that everything that I needed for this business is what I needed. And it's helping me to move forward. And I haven't missed payments on anything that has to be paid for this business. Now, granted, up front, we have to go back and talk about upfront costs. Now, up front, look, I had to make a donation to myself. Shakur Green donates to Renew Life Counseling, and have that as the budget to the things that I needed for my office. But when I tell you, everything just was like, it was almost like God, what I keep saying, He had everything waiting for me. I just had to move. And sometimes we get in our own way. No, not sometimes, all the time. Mm-hmm. We get in our own way. And when it was confirmed for me, it was when everything just started falling into place. Like, dang, I just need to take one step, and that was there. Another step, that was there. That was there. Like, everything is there. You got to I'm a pusher, y'all.
I mean, everything that you said is very true. like, even I talk about paying rent. You know, I pay a decent amount of rent compared to people who I knew and what they paid in rent just for a 1-bedroom apartment.
Right.
So, hell, I've even said on here, I don't look through that sometimes like, well, God, we still here, you know, and
we made it.
And I go outside and, well, the car's still here, and I flick the switch and the lights come on. Well, okay, you know, I cut my cable off, but hey, the Wi-Fi, my phone, and all my tablets connect, you know. All right, we here, you know.
We making
There's
it.
food. I ain't went hungry. I ain't, you know, had to drink out the faucet. None of that type of stuff.
Got some cups and stuff.
Yeah, you know, I got
gym membership.
I got that come out every 2 weeks. Soon as one check hit the gym, like, here we go.
The gym like, thank you.
Or whatever. But yeah, on top of, like, I did cut some stuff. But that was for, like, other reasons. But as far as, like, yeah, so I know that part.
Yeah.
I know that part. I think it's just, I don't know.
She in her own way.
And I might be. That's why I'm going to go on. That's why I said I'm going to take a fast. Because I very well may just be in my own way.
Yep.
Because I've been miserable at my place.
For a little bit now.
Oh, about 2 years.
Yeah.
About 2 years.
But strong, like.
It's been like the last 6 months.
Yep.
Yeah.
And look, that's exactly how I was. And that's what
like
Des
I'm
had to say.
dreading setting my alarm.
For tomorrow.
Like the weekends, I was like, man, the weekends go by too fast. And I be feeling myself getting depressed on Sundays. Cause I'm like, girl, you gotta go to work. And I'm like, I give y'all, like lately, I just been like, bro, y'all get 5 days out of a 7-day week. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
When I was getting 4, it was, you know, it wasn't cool, but it was like, okay, I can stomach the 4, but not giving y'all 5. Even though I only give 4 hours on Friday, but still.
It's ghetto.
It's like I leave at 11 and before you know it, it's Monday again. So, I've been like this for like the past. No? Yeah.
Yeah.
Since about January, February-ish.
So she's going to do her fast, y'all. And she going to come back and tell y'all about it.
I don't know. Well, okay. So, and then we going to come back and talk about this journal. Oh, okay.
Yep, we are.
It's going to be comments like, both of y'all acting out. Everybody playing with this, and Shakora playing with this journal.
I'm trying to.
I'm trying to.
Okay, well, we're going to hold each other accountable then. Look, how many days this fast is? Look. She gonna stop playing with me.
We both.
She knew. She ain't tell me y'all for a reason, though. She ain't tell me because she know I'm been...
Tell you what?
That you was thinking about office spaces and all of that stuff. Baby, I'm about to be sending her every link I see.
And I'm gonna be sending you every journal.
Send them.
I text her and be nothing but links. We ain't gonna say nothing else to each other.
Said nothing else.
Link. I'm like, Shakur, it's a damn link.
I'm gonna send a realtor. This realtor is nice.
I don't even want to talk about realtors because I was like, buying a house right now is stupid. And that's another thing too. I was like, you finna get an office space and you ain't got no house yet.
Baby steps, baby.
Shit.
Baby
y'all
steps.
that got houses, thank God for y'all. But it's just a struggle out here in these streets for these people trying to buy a house by yourself.
It's doable though. It will happen. The tough part is gonna be finding out where you want the house at.
And that's the thing. I ain't trying to live in Timbuktu like y'all. But shit, I ain't trying to pay $2,000 in no mortgage and all the other shit neither though.
Well, I guess you're moving to Timbuktu.
Cause baby, I said shit now. By myself.
But the market is trash right now too though.
Horrible.
The numbers are interest rates and stuff. So they pretty trash. But
even like, and then I'm like, okay, well, if you get one, then you gotta give up the bougie side. You that want a new, they was like, new build me.
That's not happening.
These new builds is fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
But I ain't trying to be in a house from the 1998 either though.
True that.
Just say I got a house.
That's the bougie in us. Cause my husband, when he was, oh yeah, all we gotta do is put a fresh coat of paint on it. We not
Because then I gotta pay money to fix it up.
Yeah, because we're not gonna do that for real. So just new build me, please.
Or newly. I can get a 2.
New-ish.
Yeah, ish. You know, we ain't all the way lived in, but we kind of lived in a little bit.
Previous owners lived here for 2.5 years.
My dad's house in Monroe, and I'm like, I would have to do some work to this. Some of them just gonna be me and my apartment until I can figure something else out. Cause I'm like, Lord, my husband, let's go. Me and him, goddamn it.
Once you take that leap, y'all, then everything will fall in place. I'm trying to tell her.
And you know what? And I will come back on this podcast and say you were right.
She will.
You know, y'all should record when we recorded this podcast on Labor Day in 2023, and I told Shakur, and I opened my mouth, let's talk about this, you know, this is how I'm feeling. And she was like, you take that leap, it's gonna work. And I'm like, y'all, it worked.
Ooh,
but if I fall flat on my face, I'm coming here and saying, y'all, now I ain't saying listen to this girl.
Now, guess what? I ain't say that she wouldn't fall, but
I fell flat on my face.
Sometimes we gotta fall a little bit, stumble a little bit to get to where we're going.
Listen, I done fell a lot of times. I ain't trying to fall no more.
Well, guess what?
And that's the thing too.
And look, he might be having it in that plan to fall a little bit, at least hit a little wall to see if you gonna maneuver through.
I feel like me and God, we got to be here. Like
y'all are there.
No,
but
he
asking you to let him drive.
And I am.
And stop being scared of the route that he gonna take you on.
And I am letting him drive.
I said stop being scared of the route that he gonna take you on. That's what I said.
Me and him are here. It's only anyway.
She's gonna go on her
fast.
For joining. Cause look, we gonna go back and forth for a whole nother 30 minutes on this. Goodness.
Thank y'all for joining us today. We on the road to 100 subscribers. We are currently at 8.
Oh. 88.
And we had 89.
We got one more?
Mm-hmm. I just saw it before we started recording. So we are 11 away from 100 subscribers.
So go subscribe, y'all.
If y'all watching us. You know, it's somebody that watches us that I never suspected was going to watch us that came from my sister's episode. I called, girl, this person's still watching us. She said, they said they was going to give y'all a shot. And come
Thank you for that shot.
I said, what? So.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I like
so
that.
You just never know who watching y'all. Or who watching. We never know who watching.
Thank y'all so much for watching us. We encourage, and Ebony going to give her little spiel, but I'm going to say this first. We will appreciate podcast topics. We want to talk about things that's going to be helpful and beneficial to you guys, whether it's fitness, whether it's mental health, whether it's accounting, finances, and things like that. Like
life,
period. Life. We want your topic suggestions. If there's a question that you want us to answer, we'll answer it on the podcast. Send it to us, please.
And that email is unapologeticallyuspod@yahoo. You can comment under a video. You can go to our Instagram page at unapologeticallyuspod. Shoot us a DM. Shoot us a comment under a video. Whatever. If you got our numbers, text us. If you know somebody that know us, text them and say, hey, I want to hear your sister and her friend's perspective on, or if you know Shakura, hey, I want to hear Des, I want your wife and her friend to talk about whatever. Mm-hmm. And we can talk about that.
Yes.
Because as we continue to grow, there would be, I don't know, these topics are getting harder and harder to find. But yeah. So let us know if you have anything.
Yes.
And we can just only give our opinions and perspectives on or experiences with anything. Like this whole episode right here is you got two people in different experiences. She gonna say the same, but I'm gonna say different experiences, talking about leaps and journeys into what part-time, full-time entrepreneurship looks like. So all minds clear.
All minds clear.
Thank you guys for joining us today. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate us on all podcast platforms. And until the next time, bye y'all.
Bye.